Your thoughts on the fight against Antonio Plazibat?
Man, that's going to be the hardest fight in my career.
We're enemies from now on till the fight is done.
New light heavyweight champion of the world, Donaghy Abena, Tariq Kababe. Middleweight champion of the world, Donovan Visa. Welterweight champion of the world, Andy Sevelier. Jay Overman.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Zagreb, Croatia. I would like to express a warm welcoming, and I would like to thank you all for coming to this press conference between #1 ranked heavyweight glory Antonio Plazibat versus #2 ranked heavyweight Tariq Osaro for the interim heavyweight title. The winner will face champion Rico Verhoeven. Tickets are already on sale, so go to glorykickboxing.com and secure a ticket for Glory Collision 5. This huge event will also feature 3 more title bouts. So we have for the Glory welterweight title, Andy Semelier versus Jay Overmir. For the Glory middleweight title, Donovan Vise versus Serkan Otscaglian. And for the Glory light heavyweight title, Donaghy Abena versus Tariq Habez. We would also like to thank our sponsors, Unibet and Fartex. But today we are 1 month away from this huge heavyweight interim championship bout that will be on the line at Collision 5 on June 17 in Rotterdam, Netherlands.
Rico, where are you? I got a call like he fucked his knee, and I was like, my friend was with me on the training. He told I look like somebody died. That was the look on my face. So very like, yeah, sour taste in the mouth, you know. It's not the good news. I feel good. Everything is good. Body good, health good, family good, glory good. I don't know. Everything is nice. So I have no reason to complain.
The winner of the tournament is going to fight for the world heavyweight title in June. Interim world heavyweight title versus Antonio Plazibat.
I think I surprised a lot of people by knocking out Vilnius. I think nobody expected that.
This is really the first time that we saw like the old school, like the old generation, let's say that way. Is it done?
Oh! Right hand! Plazibat punching through the body! Chopping the legs, did he get the finish? Oh, he pulled the...
Either way, my way, his way, the fight is gonna end in a stoppage. We both like to fight. We're not afraid of fighting, and we both have the knockout power to knock everyone out and each other. So, or his way or my way, someone is going out that day.
Plazibat promised to knock him out in round 1. He nearly did it. And here he's down in round 2. Yeah. That'll be a knockdown. Oh, there it goes, Mr. Gentleman. And there it is. Antonio Plazibat with the big win.
We're enemies from now on till the fight is done.
Okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best kickboxing trainers in business, owner of the famous Mike's Gym in Amsterdam, and trainer of both Tariq Osaro and Antonio Plazibat. Please welcome Mr. Mike Passanier. Hello, Mike. Welcome. I have a first question for you that's pretty logical, right? You have both fighters fighting for the belt. How do you handle this kind of situation? How do you prepare both of them so they can be at their best?
Well, we made a schedule in the gym, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the morning. Tariq is there, then Plasibat is in the afternoon. Tuesday, Thursday, then Plasibat is going to be there in the afternoon, and so we go on and on.
Is this hard for you or just another day in the office?
No, it's a unique situation, of course, and I'm happy that I can do it as one of the trainers.
Yeah.
Though hardly no ever trainer did it before. I did it a couple of times already, so I'm just happy about it.
That's why you are Big Mike. Okay, Mike, please sit down. Thank you. I'm sure that press will have some more questions for you. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the four-man heavyweight contender tournament that finished both of his fights and now a contender for heavyweight glory interim champion, Kevin Tariq Cookie Osaro. Welcome, Cookie. Welcome, and thank you for coming to Croatia to come to Zagreb. How do you feel that this chance for you came so quickly, because you are in glory for 2 or 3 years, and now you have this large, huge opportunity, and it's against your teammate Antonio?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. I think I've showed the people why I deserve this chance. But it sucks that it's against my teammate. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is fighting business, and we have to entertain the fans.
How do you keep secrets now from Antonio and his part of the team, let's say it like that?
Yeah, we don't keep secrets. We just don't see each other. You know, everybody talks. If they see something in my training, they will probably tell him, and other way around. So there are no secrets, but we don't see each other in the gym. That's it.
Okay, thank you for this first question. And now, ladies and gentlemen, now already a long-time contender for Glory Heavyweight title, Glory 2022 Fighter of the Year and Real Deal Knockout Artist, Antonio Plasibat. Antonio, welcome to this press conference. Thank you for coming. This is a huge fight for you. You've been waiting for this for a long time. You've been waiting for Rico. Now it's another version of this fight. How do you feel, and how do you call all these Croatian supporters that will be in Rotterdam this weekend?
Well, first, I'm very happy we finally do this in Croatia. This means a lot to me. Like, there's a legend Mirko there, Delia's there, all the friends, family, so it's just a bigger motivation for me. And I cannot wait for the fight. It's unfortunately, it is not Rico fight. He is still, I don't know, on vacation, doing whatever he do, movies, singing, karaoke, I don't know. But unfortunately, like, me and Cookie now needs to fight. We both want to be best, both want to prove that we are that one, so I cannot wait for it, and I think it's going to be a real banger.
Yeah, everybody's waiting for it. Antonio, please sit down. Thank you. Okay, everybody, let's start with the question. Who has the first one?
Okay, well, in Antonio's corner is going to be Walter. You know him from every fight of Antonio so far. And he's going to be assisted by Oscar. He's also for ages helping me in the corner. Also, Annie, the power trainer of Antonio, is going to be there. So that's one corner. On the other side, we got Yuri Mes, that's my logo. And the first fighter, He's together with Milano. Milano is also a well-known face from Glory, and he's also always with me. So, and I think there's going to be Ronald, that's Cookie's friend. He's supporting him since day one. So the corners are covered, and I'm going to sit next to Joe and Todd, and I'll be the reporter.
Thank you, Mike. Let's go on with the questions. Mr. Brajdic.
Question for Big Mike. Coach, how will you control your emotions during the fight? Both fighters are your fighters. You were building up. Yeah. So, how to control emotions?
Yeah, it's part of the job. Like I said before, once you start training with a fighter, you never know where it ends. And now I have to say we, because we train in a team. We produced some top fighters, some serious knockout artists, and they have to end up fighting each other. So we are going to make a statement and probably bring you the best heavyweight fight there ever was and ever will be in Glory, with a lot of emotions, a lot of drama, and probably a knockout. But who's going to win, nobody knows.
Stipe Sladoljev, Nova TV.
For Mr. Rosaro, how would you describe this match in a couple of sentences? Is this the biggest match of your whole career?
Yes, this is the biggest match of my career so far. And I'm going to put in a big show that day. It's the only thing I can do. Like I just said, it sucks. It's my teammate. But in the end, business is business. And once the bell goes off, we're going to entertain you guys.
Let's go further with the questions. Mr. Dževat Poturak, legendary K1 champion.
Pitanje za šampiona i prvaka Glorija Antonija Plazibata. Do sada su mečevi išli svom snagom. Siguran sam da će i ovaj put biti jako dobro. Ja ti želim sreću. Moja prognoza uvijek dobro dođe. Znamo da je do sad bilo sve na tvoju stranu i hoću da pitam da li će ovaj put biti kraj prve ili početak druge runde nokauta.
Question from Mr. Poturak. He wants to express his support to Antonio Plazibat, and he's actually asking if you're going to knock out your opponent at the end of first round or the beginning of the second.
Well, both of us are coming from the gym that I think have the biggest KO percentage from all the gym in the world, like looking just at professional sport. I don't think there was ever other gym that produced so much KO artists than this. And I really don't want to get tired and fight into round 4 and 5 and get sweaty and do it long and then get tired for the after party and get beaten up a little bit more, because day after also Croatia is playing. I want to be there, have fun. So I plan to end the fight as quick as possible. So if you ask me, I fight like I fight same every fight. It's going for the KO in round number 1, and I think since I know him, he will do the same. And let's try to take each other head off and smile and enjoy with it. Simple as that.
Thank you, Antonio. Stipe.
So, Mr. Rosaro, considering Antonio's answer, what is your answer to the similar question?
I also don't want to fight that long. Do it in 4 or 5 rounds, getting sore, getting tired. Like he said, there's an after party. I want to be on that one as well. So yeah, we could do it in 1 round. I know he likes to fight. He knows I like to fight. We both want to entertain everybody. And I think the person who catches the
hardest punch first is the one going down. It could be me, that could be him. Who knows?
Okay, thank you. Mr. Katušić.
First, for Antonio, this is your second fight in a row where you are a big favorite. But it is a fight with your friend, with your teammate. How to keep motivation, hunger, bloodthirst when in this type of fight?
Now this is a recipe for every fighter in the world. You don't need to speak, you don't need to talk shit like me, you don't need to call out Rico, you don't need to do anything. To be famous and good fighter, you just need to do 10 knockouts in a row against very good fighters. And right now, that's my motivation. This is nice belt. Doesn't matter if it's gold or silver. I don't really care about it. Here is mother. She will take it and put it somewhere in the home. It's not that I fight either for belt or the money. I want to fight the best, prove I'm the best. I want to have... Right now, my motivation to fight is to have a highlight reel. When I finish the career, like Mirko, I want to have a 10 minutes YouTube highlight of just me knocking people out, and people watching it get like, oh yeah, yeah, you know, you get excited, but at the same time you think like, yeah, you know, and that's my motivation. Like, I'm not motivated because of the cookie or the fighter or the belt or the money or I don't care what. I'm just motivated to, yeah, let's just have fun. That's it. This is fun for me.
And the second one for Mr. Osaro, which is the strongest kick or punch that you received from Antonio in training?
His strongest kick or punch? Have you watched his fight? Yes, of course. Then maybe you know what his strongest kick or punch is. Okay. Then you have answer to your question.
This was short. Okay. Any more questions from Mario? Okay, let's move on. I have one for Mr. Mike. Mr. Mike, you already told me that you were in this kind of situation this is not the first time for you. Can you recall these other situations and how did you feel afterwards, after everything happened and you got the winner, and how did you feel?
Yeah, well, the first one was Myrtle versus Artur Kishenko, K1 finals, 2012, I think. After that, I feel sad for Artur, of course, because he lost. And I was happy for Myrtle. You know, you got mixed feelings, but the feelings are coming afterwards. While the fight, as a coach, you don't have to have feelings. You just have to be there, and you have to be double sharp. If something happens, you know, you're sitting in the audience, and you want to go, you want to help, but it's not your thing. The second time was Myrtle versus Congolo on the Rahman Dekker Cup in Glory. I think we did this fight 2 times, or 1 time. The third one was Massaro versus Christian Baya in Paris, also for the Rahman Dekker Cup. It stays the same, but I'm almost an expert in these fights now.
Okay, Mike, thank you. Tell me one more thing. Did you guys talk about this possible situation when Osaro was entering the tournament or not?
No, we just go because it doesn't matter if he didn't win the tournament. So if we start doing things, what if, that's all yes, that's just looking ahead for nothing. So once he won the tournament, we said, okay, listen, I said to Cookie, when are you going to come to the gym? He said, I'm going to be there Wednesday. I called Antonio, I said, Wednesday, Cookie's going to be there. We need to sit down and make a schedule and make the best performance ever. That's what we want to do.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Okay, guys, I gave you a little bit break, so let's go with the questions. Mr. Brajdic.
Question for both fighters. As we know, you are teammates. You were sparring a lot between each other. You were talking a lot about fights. Strategically wise, tactically wise, is it possible to prepare something new to surprise the opponent in such a short time?
Well, this is the situation. This is the hardest fight because of that, because we know each other so well. I helped him prepare for a fight, he helped me prepare for a fight, and in the end we made each other better. So because of situation like that, I know everything he's gonna do, he knows everything what I'm gonna do. But also at the same time, I think fighters fight how they fight. You cannot change that in one fight. Like he will fight like he fight the last time and all the fights before, and I will fight how I fight. Like people get ready with tactics and everything, but like once a very wise man, as Mike Tyson said, once you get hit, there's no game plan, and it is how it is. Like he has a big right hand, I also have a big right hand, so yeah, who will land first? But when the craziness begin, you are not really that much with the game plan. You forgot that and go on survival mode. So we're gonna see like who has a better survival mode.
Thank you, Antonio. Cookie, the same question for you. Thank you.
I think the strategy for that fight, for me, will be kill or be killed. Like Antonio just said, you know each other, so we can't surprise in such a short preparement for me. So for me, it's kill or be killed that day. That's the strategy.
Thank you. Let's go on with the questions. Walter?
This question is for all three of you guys. What about sparring partners? Do you have the same sparring partners, or this is primary for Mike, obviously, but can you tell me something about that?
Well, we got a gym full of people who want to fight. Also in the sparring, Cookie is sparring on Sunday, Antonio is sparring on Wednesday. Normally we spar both days, and now as we progress, we're gonna add some other sparring days while we get some guys over. I'm talking to a guy from Germany. He's coming next week to spar, both of them, on different times. And I'm talking to some guys in Belgium, because normally I just get them over sometimes, just to help me out. They don't have any feelings. They just come to spar, and they just want to be better. So I just say, okay, listen, Antonio, tomorrow 11 o'clock, there are 2 guys coming. Are you ready for them? So we have 2 guys besides the normal sparring partners. And you don't always need to spar with good or hard-hitting fighters to get better. You know, you just can also spar differently. So we just mix it about a little bit both up. The only question is now, they cannot spar each other. But also, Badr is going to come back next week, so he's going to help out also a little bit. Jamal is going to come back next week, so there's enough to spar, I think.
Antonio, I think the question was for all 3 of you.
Yeah, sometimes you just bring 4 or 5 guys, knocks them out, and you feel good and go home. Simple. Doesn't need to be good, just to feel good.
Cookie, do you have something to add?
The same. Bring some in, beat them up, send them back, bring another one in, beat them up, send them back. That's how you keep yourself busy on sparring days.
Okay, more questions? Fabian?
This is the question for Antonio. Antonio, through the last year, you have some kind of build-up for the match against Rico. You called him up, and in this fight, you have, it seems, much more to lose than Tariq. Is this some kind of pressure on you, and what are your thoughts about that? Because you have more to lose, and if he wins, he's on Rico.
Yeah, the whole pressure is on me. He's only win-win situation. For him, it's all good. On me is, in the end, all of this is like, I'm part of the reason why is this happening in Croatia. So everybody is also expecting me to kind of win. Like if I win, doesn't matter how, people will not be that surprised. So all the pressure and everything about that, it's on me. So, but if you cannot deal with pressure at a high level, you should not do sport at a high level, because doesn't matter what you do, football, handball, basketball, if you cannot deal with the pressure of everything, you are just not made for it. So I say, like, just bring it on. The more pressure, the better. And if I'm gonna call out Rico and talk shit and say I'm the best here, best there, blah, 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 and then they offer me some fight and I go like, yeah, no, I don't feel like it, that's the right moment. It's kind of like I'm a pussy then, not a real fighter. And I like the old school fighters, just bring fight, 2 fights, 3 fights, 1 fight, next week, week after, doesn't matter. Like, if I'm training, if I'm there, I'm a fighter. What should a fighter do? Like, that's it.
Thank you.
Tome de Carena Sport. A question for Osaro. You know that there's going to be a lot of Croatia fans in Rotterdam. Does that add pressure to you? Can you perform in that kind of atmosphere for Antonio? And of course for Antonio, what do you expect to be in Ahoy Arena in Rotterdam?
I think it's great for Antonio and the Croatian fans. The fight's happening in Rotterdam. I think in the same week as Netherlands versus Croatia, the football. He deserves it, man. He worked hard for this. He's being the #1 contender for over a year now. So I've seen some Croatian fans at his last fight, and the atmosphere was great. So I think it's only good to have much more Croatian fans that day. And I don't think it will give some pressure with it, but I think it will make us enjoy the fight even more. So that's how I think of the Croatian fans coming that day.
That week is Croatia is a small country, as everybody knows. It's only 4 million people. Now, I don't know if it's even 4 million people, because a lot of people went out for work and job. But at that week, we have Croatia playing League of the Nations in Rotterdam, so it's going to be crazy. Here we have the president and vice president of the Football Pro Federation with us. They just told me, I think 15,000 people is already coming to Rotterdam, so the atmosphere at the game and hopefully at my fight will be crazy. I know already a ton of people is coming. My dream is to enter the arena and just see, you know, the squares, red and white, and nothing else. And I want to like leave the fans and the people in the shock. But besides that, that week we have Croatia playing League of Nations. I am fighting Saturday. Friday, Ante Delia is fighting on PFL. So if we all win, I think it's like historic moment for Croatia and Croatian sport, because at the same week Croatia won big championship with football. I won the interim belt, Gori. Delia, PFL champion already. Like, I think that's the week when we are gonna shock the world and prove the world that we are for the reason the #1 sporting country in the world. Like, you can choose any sport, any town. We have champions everywhere in whatever we touch. So I hope that we will also beat like all the other ones, and like we make the world talk about us like non-stop.
Thank you, Antonio. Mario, one more question.
Antonio, we all want to see our Croatian team in the Sunday, the final. Would you maybe like to bring your belt to the locker, the room, before their game?
Yeah, I was invited by the Croatian team to come to the games. The 14 won the first one in Wednesday, I think. I don't know will I be attending on that, because I will mostly concentrated on fight, and I don't know what I need to do that. But hopefully everything went good, and Wednesday Croatia wins against Netherlands, and we go to the finals for Sunday. I won the belt, Delia won the fight, and like I said, then Sunday after the game we can have all the nice after party, all get a little bit drunk, and we all have a reason to celebrate, so it's gonna be nice. I cannot wait for it, and also that's the plan for me.
Sounds good to everybody. Do we have any more questions? Maybe the last one? If not, I will call up to the stage legendary Croatian fighter, K1 World Grand Prix champion, Pride Grand Prix champion, Mirko Krokap Filipovic, to do a stare down with these guys and to hold the belt between them. Guys, thank you. One more quick question for both of you. A quick prediction of the fight, just quickly.
Knockout.
Quickly.
Yeah, 1 round.
1 round. Okay, we have a knockout. Okay, guys. Thank you one more time. Picture with legendary Krokap. I would like to remind you one more time that this Collision 5 event has 4 title bouts. Besides Osaro and Plazibat, we have a fight for a Glory welterweight title between Andy Semelir versus Jay Overmere. For the Glory middleweight title, Donovan Vise versus Serkan Odzkaglian. And for the Glory light heavyweight title, Donegi Abena versus Tariq Abes. Also check gloryworldseries.com for the tickets. They are already on sale. And one more time, thank you to our sponsors, Fritex and Unibet. Thank you, everybody.
Glory Heavyweight Tournament Champion, Tariq Osado. And that is it! Tariq Cookie Osado with a big win, and he advances to the tournament final. He's down again, and that will do it.
Give me your thoughts on the fight against Antonio Plazibat.
Man, that's going to be the hardest fight in my career. We're enemies from now on till the fight is done.
New light heavyweight champion of the world, Donegi Abena, Tariq Kababe, middleweight champion of the world, Donovan Visa, Serkan Odzkaglian, welterweight champion of the world, Andy